Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision-making specialist, and today is May 6th, 2020, and that means today is day 52 in shelter, in place, and here we are. Can you believe it? Maybe you're already out there. Maybe you're just kind of tippy-toeing into the new reality and checking it out, seeing how it's going. Where I am in California, we're just starting to talk about the first stages of going out. Some states are just full-blown. Some are doing more incrementally. And whatever stage your country or your state is, I'd like to take just a moment and bring it back here. And I have a question, not a horrible question. The question is, how are you? And I don't mean that just say you're fine. I'd like you to take, if you will, or sometime today, take a few moments, more than an eyelash, and just exhale. And rather than looking around or thinking, I'd like you to go inside and check. How have you been sleeping? Some of the research and some of the sleep specialists have said that we're sleeping, it's not the deep REM sleep that we need, it's not the rhythm of the different layers of sleep so that we're integrating and sorting and processing. Some of it we're sleeping very lightly, and unconsciously we're aware of things going on around. Sometimes our dreams are very smooth. Sometimes they're very fitful. Sometimes they're full of a lot of people and a lot of things going on. Sometimes they're not full of people at all. Some people have reported they hardly have any people in their dreams at all now. And some people are dreaming about the virus, and some people are dreaming about the politics going around. So how are you sleeping? Check and see. And notice what you can about your dreams. How long it takes you to go to sleep. How many times during the night you wake up. And how you wake up in the morning. Is it really hard? Do you feel rested? Do you wish you had about 1 billion more hours? Just notice. We just are looking to see what your well-being is right now. You know, we chart the virus and we chart the deaths, and those are important. And I'd like to just bring it to you. And let's do a little chart on you from 1 to 10. How are you doing in your sleeping? And 1 being barely asleep and 10 being, so rested. Where do you fit? Where does your sleep fit? And the other is about how are you eating? Are you still on massive comfort food that may or may not be healthy? Are you eating maybe the same food over and over because that feels good to you? Are you venturing out and trying as many new recipes as your pantry will allow? Have you added new techniques to your cooking? Have you just gotten tired of cooking and so you're going as much curbside to pick up from restaurants as you can? Have you gotten tired of the restaurants and decided, I'm going to start cooking myself? All these different things. just to notice, and that too is about your well-being, how nourished you're being, about your food, how much comfort food, because there's still some anxiety going on. And how are you getting movement into your life? I was listening to an interview of a couple that had been during their in-shelter in Italy, and that they had gotten a certain number of 10,000, 15,000 steps in a day. And they had just a little pension, just a little rental studio in Italy. And they had walked around and around and around just to get that movement and to count their steps. Other people have been buying weights online and have a little gym in their house. Some have been doing yoga. Different people are finding different ways because our gyms are closed. And so they're still finding ways to have movement. Some have just decided that's it. It won't work for me. And they'll wander outside and come back, and they're not having a lot of movement. Maybe they were people that went to the gym, maybe they weren't. However, right now, that part of their health and wellness is not being served. And how are you mentally? How are your thoughts? Some people are reporting that they're feeling very anxious, and they're thinking all of the things that could go wrong, and they're getting really, really scared even after all of this time. Other people are just going their day to day, and they're not giving much thought to what could and is happening out there. So those are two extremes. Where do you fit on the 1 to 10? Are you moderately thinking about it and concerned? Are you very concerned? Are you concerned and knowing that you're doing your very best? How are your thoughts going? Are you concerned about the money? Are you concerned about relatives that may be seniors and you're concerned that you haven't been able to see them? So you know how they are on a certain level, and if you're just not with them, it feels like maybe you don't know everything you need to know. How about your feelings and relationship and connection to your children? Are you finding that you are learning more about them and they're learning more about you? Are you nervous or concerned that they didn't get to go back to school, that the end of school year is here, and maybe you're thinking that your little schoolhouse in the bedroom or the living room or the kitchen online didn't go as smoothly as you would like. They didn't learn as much as they could. All of that can cause different kinds of feelings. How about if you're in there with your partner, with your husband or your wife? And how's that? Are you finding more ways that you have fallen in love with them, or that you appreciate your roommates, that you're glad you have this person in your life? Or are you starting to look and think, I don't know, some things I want to check out, and some conversations that you're planning to have? All of this in review that's going on inside of us sometimes that we don't know, because we're traveling so fast, even if we're running around the circles of our shelter place. And also, just how is your general well-being. How are you feeling about yourself? How are you feeling about who you are? And are you looking in the mirror thinking, oh, I should be better than this. I should be further along in my career. I should be a better mom, a more responsive, loving partner. I should have my business all ready to go. I wish I would have contacted my customers more. What happens when you look in the mirror? Or do you look in the mirror and say, I know I could be further up the road, and I am grateful for where I'm at. And I know that I have a plan, and I will just keep moving forward. So how kind and generous are you being to yourself? I know I use those words a lot, and I do it on purpose. And what other things are going through your mind? What about your dreams? What about your hopes? What are you thinking about for your future? Are you focused on the past and all the things that went wrong? Or are you focused on the past saying, wasn't pleased about that, and I learned, and that is not going into my future with my legacy and story? All of these things and everything that I didn't mention that you're thinking of, just take some time. How are you? That means a lot in terms of who you are, where you want to go, how and if you get there. Pay attention, because you're important. You are essential. Give yourself lots of credit. You're still here, all right? And remember that all of this inventory is helping you write your story, so that your story is one you want to live. And it's preparing you with your legacy when you take it out there. Oh my gosh, it is going to be so wonderful. Trust me, it will. You're writing it now. All right? What else I would like you to do is click that subscribe button. Then I know you're here, and that means a lot. I will be back tomorrow, and I will be looking for you. Thanks for coming. Take care, inventory, and appreciate yourself. Bye for now.